Hey y'all, it's Brett over here at Hidden Creek, and I have a video today to help you out with your wedding planning process. So in today's video, I want to give you 6 things that you and your fiance should be talking about before you ever start the wedding planning process. These 6 things are going to help y'all get off to a smooth start. So number 1 is going to be budget. You need to talk about, are you going to have a $5,000 wedding, a $10,000 wedding, a $50,000 wedding, a $100,000 wedding? It's totally up to you and your fiance, but it's something that y'all will need to agree on. Thing number 2 is going to be, how are we going to pay for this? So that kind of goes hand in hand with budget. You need to talk about, are y'all going to be paying with credit cards, or are you going to be paying out of a savings account? Are your families going to be contributing? Who's going to be contributing what? These are things that you need to go ahead and have planned out. That way you don't get to a venue or find a videographer or a DJ that you love and realize, oh my gosh, we spent $50,000, but we only meant to spend 10. You need to go ahead and have these things planned out as far as budget. Number 3 is gonna be guest count. You do not need to make a detailed list of every single guest. I'm just talking estimated guest count. Come up with it in your head and say, I have about 50 people that I would want to invite, and I want to give them all a +1, so my side would be about 100. You need to come up with a rough estimate. You need to know if you're going to have a 100-person wedding or are you going to have a 600-person wedding, because again, you can't go tour venues until you know at least a rough estimate of the size of wedding that you're going to have. For example, we can hold 300 people comfortably here at Hidden Creek. So if you came in touring and you're like, I have a 500-person wedding, well, you're gonna need to go somewhere a little bit bigger. So be sure that you at least know a rough estimate as how many guests that you are thinking you're gonna have. And then number 4, you're gonna wanna talk about season to get married. Things are going to play a key role in this, such as jobs. Do you have kids? What is their school schedule? Are you sharing the kids? Do you need to take that into consideration as far as your schedule? Things like hunting season, things like baseball season if you're marrying a coach, or football season. There are so many things that are going to play a key role in deciding what season you get married. So make sure that you are talking through, do you want to get married in the spring? Do you want to get married in the summer, the fall? Do you want to get married in the summer so that way you can go take, a great honeymoon right after you get married somewhere on a beach, tropical, with a lot of sun? Do you want to get married in the winter so you can go skiing in the mountains afterwards? Talk these things through and at least come up with a season that you want to get married. So again, when you start reaching out to venues to schedule those appointments, you have an idea of what season you want to get married when asking for availability. And then number 5 is going to be, what style wedding do you want to have? Y'all don't have to agree 100% on the style. There are some elements that you can help blend in, but you're going to want to decide, do you want to have a rustic wedding? Do you want to have a hotel wedding? Do you want to have a beach wedding? You at least need to discuss the aesthetics, not necessarily the decor, but how do you want the entire wedding to feel? And that's going to be really important to discuss before you start touring venues. You don't want to book a castle and your husband said, no, I really wanted a ranch. You need to talk these things through and at least come up with a compromise. And then thing number 6 is going to be anything that is important to you. You're going to want to talk with your fiance. Say, what is the most important thing to you about our wedding? Is it us saying our vows? Is it you want everybody to leave and say, oh my gosh, that food was amazing? Do you want everybody to say, wow, the waves in the background were beautiful on the beach? What is the most important thing to you about the wedding? And that's where you're going to start. Is the DJ the most important? Okay, great. Then you know that that's one of the first vendors that you need to book from the very beginning. Is having a Catholic ceremony the most important thing to you? Okay, great. Then you need to find a reception venue close to your church where you're going to have the ceremony. These are things that you're going to want to talk through so that way you both feel involved in the wedding planning process. I hope that this video helped you out, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.